Hello, everybody. I'm here. Not sure why the color looks off today. There's April. I just got back about an hour ago from Mexico, so probably a little beat up from all the travel days. Get like that. Jeff has more travel days than I do, but it gets tiring. Yeah, I don't know why I look so red today. Let's see. Thanks, guys. Fish wiggles. Okay, we're already starting with that. Oh. Hello, Ashley, Jeff, Henry, all the regulars. Oz, thanks, guys. April was happy when I broke her out of dog prison. She was there the whole time in the kennel. She was happy to be picked up. I do not understand why this is so red looking today. It's weird. I don't look that red. Don't know what happened. There he goes. There's a color. Came back to normal color. I don't know what happened. Maybe showed my gray hair and it went back. Cool. Lloyd, so channel 14 is the channel I'm on in Vegas. What network is that? I have no idea. Hey, Henry, thank you for your super chat. These are the prizes for today's super chat. Some magic metals, a bucktail, crankbait, and a Zucker trolling lure. Because there's still tuna in the counts. So hopefully we'll fill up our tuna trip. Now that it's back to normal color now. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I'd like to know what channel I'm on in Vegas, Lloyd, so when I'm in Vegas I can watch it. But I don't know what channel we're on over there. I don't know if it's on Comcast Sportsnet or if it's on YouTube America or, who's carrying me over there. Because, like, YouTube America is part of all kinds of chain of little independent stations, so I don't know who it is. Any more footage from the Legend trip? The guys are editing shows right now, so I don't know if the Legend is one of the episodes being edited right now. There are some new episodes coming up, some new programs coming up for you guys for next month, but I'm not sure if that's it. Jeff got two big tuna today, a 145 and a 130 this morning. That's good. Hey guys, thank you all for your super chats. I better start making tickets out so I don't get too far behind. Thank you, Ron B. Thank you, Dan the Man. Get these out. Ron B. I appreciate it. All right, so that's a local Las Vegas channel. Hey, Terry. Yeah, Jonathan, I would ask Jeff that question. What's the best moon phase for the bluefin? I'm sure he's going to say not full moon, but I don't know if a new moon is better than a half moon. I'll let Jeff answer that one for you. So, you guys are asking me to make a page up on my website with like used tackle and maybe some new stuff they have in the garage. So, while I was in Mexico, Monica got it done. And here it is. It's called Dan's Garage. Here's a link to it. And we're going to start putting up a lot more items there. Right now, there's only about 5 or 6 items. So we'll see. So Jeff says the best moon phase is a quarter moon. That's what it sounds like. Quarter moon, whatever that is. So Ryan says he saw me on a show. You saw me on you saw my show, or you saw me on like Storage Wars or some other TV show. Ryan, did you see my TV show in Florida? I know we air in Florida. I know we air in Texas. I think we're in Philadelphia. Okay, Ryan saw my show. That's cool. Yeah, when you guys watch my show in your cities, if you could take a note down on what channel it is or what the name of the channel is, I would appreciate it. So I can make a little list. So Jerry's asking me why I travel during COVID. I haven't traveled a lot during COVID. I've made 2 trips to Mexico. First one was our hosted fishing trip, and then this one was a partly because a hosted trip, but mainly because I had to be there for business meetings to keep my TV show alive. So I had to go. I didn't really have a choice. Masks were worn the whole time while traveling. And at the resort, you're really not that close to anybody. Everybody's pretty spaced out. So um, it wasn't really an issue. I mean, I know COVID's real. Believe me. I have friends that have passed away from it. But, I'm not indoors. There are no restaurants indoors. Even in Mexico, there was nothing open indoors. Everything was either outdoors or it didn't happen. But all the restaurants in Mexico were all outdoors. patio type seating. No tables really close to one another. Everything's well over 6 feet, 10 feet apart. And I'm by myself, so I'm sitting on the table by myself when I was down in San Jose del Cabo. So I don't think it's too bad. Try to be as safe as I can. April's glad to be home and out of dog prison. Okay, so what other questions are here? Yeah, a lot of the 3/4 day boats, even you guys are asking about that too. Don't have the galleys open. You have to order your food outside. You have to eat your food outside, and you can't go in the galley. There are a couple of boats that do have galleys open, but some of the boats have no galleys at all. I mean, they have galleys, but nobody can eat in the galleys. And even when I was on, what's that boat? Sea Star out of Oceanside, they didn't even have a cook because they didn't want anybody in the galley. They just closed off the galley and no cook, no nothing. They just told you to bring your own food, stay outside, and that's how that went. All right, Ryan. Sorry, I made you homesick, but um, we do reach about 50 million homes around the country, thanks to Comcast Sportsnet, Cox Cable, U2 America. So that works out good. Okay, what other questions are there out there? Jiggy wants to know where the halibut. Haven't fished halibut in a long time. Maybe Sunday we'll go look a little bit for halibut. Have a charter, have a trip Saturday for lobster, which I'm hoping we do better than last trip. And then I have a trip Sunday morning, the next morning. So that's going to be a little tough. A half day trip. So that shouldn't be too hard. So we'll get those 2 trips in. And then Tuesday, I'm off to Catalina. Have a trip to Catalina. And then I'm not sure it's going to be the Friday or Saturday after Thanksgiving. I have another Catalina trip. Yeah, Brett, the really impressive thing about Jeff's trips is he does day trips to Cortez and Tanner, which is ridiculously long distance. To be able to do that in a boat, run out there in the morning, fish it, and get back on the same day, that's pretty amazing. Okay, Tyler. Hi, Tyler. Says, hey, Dan, planning to heading out 3/4 day next week for rockfish. Should I say in Long Beach or should I head? If you want just rockfish, I would say go to Ventura, Oxnard, or Santa Barbara. Um, it would be really good for you, Tyler, if you could meet Matthew on the Stardust or the Coral Sea. His family owns the boats up there, and I think it'd be good. You guys meet each other. You're all both about the same age, I think. He might be younger than you, but he's a young guy too. But yeah, if you only want rockfish, I would say go farther north. I mean, you're going to catch rockfish in Long Beach. We catch them, but they're way smaller than the rockfish you're going to get the Channel Islands. The Channel Islands rockfish are a lot bigger. So, Yeah, if you can't get on a boat out of Ventura, go up to Santa Barbara. And go fish out of Coral Sea or the Stardust. Those are both great boats. Yeah, Tracy, I don't know anything about that. Um, where the lands are, or whatever that is. It's something you have to Google or call Fish and Wildlife about. Um, Jeff, for that trip, you're doing either the Triton or Gale Force. You just need basically what you take Calico Bass gear. It's not going to be deep rock fishing. It's going to be shallow rock fishing. I don't think they're going to go 400 feet. Normally, when I've done those trips, we fish about 200 feet, 250 feet. Sometimes the shell's 100 feet. So I would think 25, 30 pound test outfit would be plenty deep enough, heavy enough. And I would take some sinkers, 8 ounce to 12 ounce sinkers. Should be plenty for that. Take some bucktails, some 1 ounce B52 bucktails, put strips of squid on them. Great for the rockfish. And that should be it. That should be all you need. Now, are they still catching yellowtail, Catalina? I was out of town for a whole week, so I haven't checked the fish counts. I'm sure there's yellowtail there. I just don't know how many boats are going there. I know the Gale Force and Triton are just fishing lobster with some rock fishing before that, but I don't know if anybody's targeting, um, yellowtail. I'm probably going to go look for yellowtail on Tuesday when I go, so I can let you guys know. And I guess we'll take a break for next Thursday for Thanksgiving because everybody's gonna be busy with their families. So, but I will be here on Tuesday. I have a trip to Catalina on Tuesday, and I should be home in time to be here after that. Uh, what other questions are here? Matthew, Dan, now that there is a curfew from 10 to 5 at night, how will your overnight trips do? Um, the overnight trips, yeah, I don't know what. I think you'd be okay to go an overnight trip during the curfew because most of those boats leave like 9 o'clock at night. Maybe some leave at 10. The curfew is they don't want you driving on the roads between those hours. So, like the trips that are supposed to leave at 6 a.m., they might have to leave at 7 a.m. so people don't get a ticket for driving at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. to get to the boat. I don't know. My half day trips leave at 8 a.m., so that won't be a problem. And my lobster trips, we're back in at 9 o'clock. We go from 4 p.m. to 9 o'clock. So I'm lucky. Well, I'll be back in by 9, and my clients will have over an hour to get out of LA County. So they should be fine as far as the curfew. I just heard about the curfew today. So I don't know if they just announced it today or what the deal was, but I just heard it. Ryan, what is my travel time to Catalina? If there is no fog, it's about an hour and 10 minutes. And if I go to the closest part of the island, I'm probably making it an hour. but I try not to beat up my clients, so I don't go extremely fast. So I usually take about an hour and 10 minutes to get there. Which is a lot better than a lot of sport boats that are 2.5 to 3 hours. So, and it's the same thing home. You know, if you're on some of the slower sport boats, it might take 3 hours to get back from the west end. On my boat, it'll be like an hour and 15 minutes, and we're back. So we can fish a little bit longer. Let me see what other question. Yeah, like I said, most of the galleys are closed right now, so you can't eat in the galley. I would think the boats are still going to run during the stay-at-home order, and the order is only from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. So if you're wherever you need to be, um, you know, after 5 a.m., then you're fine. Or if you're going to be on an overnight trip, that even if it leaves at midnight, as long as you're there and out of the car by 10 p.m., you'll be fine. You won't get in trouble. Okay, what other questions? My favorite knot to tie for braid. Um, from braid to spectra, or from braid to mono, or braid to fluorocarbon. I like the double uni knot, and I like the John Collins knot. Last man standing. The best chance to get lobsters is to go on the Gale Force or the Triton to Catalina Island. That's what I would recommend. That would be your best chance to have a shot at getting some good lobster fishing. I'm doing lobster trips here in Long Beach, but it's been slow. It's been very slow. I have a trip on Saturday. Hopefully, they're crawling better on Saturday, but the last two trips have been pretty slow. Yeah, I blocked him. I didn't need him saying the stuff he was trying. I don't mind if he asks questions about COVID and fishing, but when he starts picking on one of you guys, I blocked him. We have a basic rule: no politics, and you can't pick on anybody here. I don't, if anybody wants to ask a stupid question and they're brand new, don't know anything about it, and they're afraid their question is a little too basic or simple or whatever, feel free to ask any fishing question you want, but you're not allowed to pick on somebody that's here. Richard, I don't know what's going on in Long Beach right now, other than I looked at the fish counts. There was lots of rockfish in the counts, but a lot of those Long Beach boats have been fishing rockfish all summer. So I will be fishing calico bass on Saturday and maybe drift for some halibut too and see how that goes. The blue 777. Hey Dan, have you gone crabbing in North Cal? No, but I will be going in December. I already booked my spot, got my ticket, and I will be going out of Emeryville in early December after my tuna trip. So I will let you know how it goes, and I will plan to go ahead and shoot a little video on YouTube and post it for you guys. I did shoot video on the trips that I just came back from out of the East Cape. So I shot some video from that, and I will try to edit it for you sometime this week. Yeah, Abraham, you don't have to worry about Jerry. He's gone. I blocked him. Let's see what other questions. Oh, we got almost 75 people right now. That's good. Yeah, we need more likes. We only got 40 likes. Rudy wants to know what's the best lingcod bait to use. This is what I like to use. B52 bucktail with the single tail grub or swim bait works really good. When I was on the New Huck Fin and on the Seawolf out of Emeryville in September, that's all the guys used was swim baits. And they used them on bucktails and used them on lead heads, and it worked really good. I even caught a couple on magic metal jigs, like traditional, bounce them off the bottom, work them back a little bit, and that worked good too. But the guys down in Emeryville, or up in Emeryville, I should say, are really, really concentrated on using swim baits, and they catch a lot of lingcod that way. Aaron, I haven't fished Huntington Beach Pier in a long time. I'm sure Tyler can answer your question there. But I do want to, I might have to wait till springtime, but I do want to film a video for you guys on a pier. I want to do that. Hey, Scotland's here. Hello, guys. Yeah, Lloyd, anything you saw right now is from last year or the year before. I don't think we've aired anything from this year yet. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. We did air before COVID. That show we shot on the Tomahawk where we were on a 2-day to Colonet and we caught tuna on the way home. That is already aired. I agree with you, Lloyd. There are no dumb fishing questions. Yeah, Abraham, let me know how you do. You're going to be out that way towards Palos Verdes. Be careful with all the commercial traps out there. There'll be lots of traps out, so be careful driving around in the dark. You don't run over them. All right, so Tracy says if I'm on a tuna fishing trip and I catch a tuna and I don't want to land my fish, how does the boat crew release my fish? They either use a gaff and run it down to the hook and free the hook, or they'll cut the line, one or the other. And if you're using a bronze hook, it will rust out in a few days, so it won't hurt the fish. Yeah, I've caught corbina in the past using sand crabs. Ghost shrimps works out good too. Let's see what else is on here. What do I think the plan of fish will target Alaska? It will definitely be salmon, halibut, lingcod, rockfish. That's basically what you fish. They fish the halibut during certain tides, normally the slack tide, and then the rest of the time they fish the salmon. And then after we have our salmon and we have some halibut, then they usually finish off the day with rockfish, lingcod type of thing. Unless the guys on the boat really want it like a 50-pound lingcod, then they'll go fish the lingcod. But they usually do a little bit of both. Raymond, never fished live squid before. It depends what you're fishing for. Lots of times with live squid, you just use a sliding sinker. If I'm fishing white sea bass or halibut, I'm using a B52 bucktail with the whole live squid pinned on it. I'm normally fishing a 1 or 2 ounce bucktail. And the reason for that is if you're fishing a sliding sinker and you have your hook with the squid on it, and your sinker is on the bottom, laying on the bottom, you really don't know how far up off the bottom your squid is. Whereas with the bucktail, I can go to the bottom, crank up 5-6 cranks, and I know I'm suspended. And with this, I don't know if I'm suspended or if my bait's on the bottom. If your bait stays on the bottom, all you're going to catch is bat rays and sand sharks. If you get your bait off the bottom above the squid eggs, you'll catch a white sea bass, and the halibut will come up and eat it too. That's why I like using a bucktail. And that's why we started making them, because we just catch so many fish on them. Okay, we need some more likes. We're only at 45, 46 likes. Okay, who else is on here? Liz. What's the best way to fish colder water around Long Beach? So I don't know if this is Liz or if this is somebody using, like Liz's son using the account, but Liz, when the water gets colder, you just fish slower. That's all you do. So instead of fly lining a live bait and keeping it on the surface and letting it run, we normally start off fishing deeper. So we'll go with the 1 or 2 ounce, sometimes even a 6 ounce B52 bucktail with strips of squid or whole squid on it, and just bounce it off the bottom slowly, let it flutter slowly, and that will get you the sand bass and the calico bass. Come here, April. 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 Okay. So hopefully that helps you out, Liz. What else? Okay, so Gomez, if you want to fish south of the border, then you can't fish Catalina or you can't fish San Clemente Island. If you go south of the border, you have a shot at the yellowfin. And I saw Dorado in the count today, so I would think that's where the Dorado are too. Catalina is going to be more rockfish, bass, and hopefully some yellowtail. And San Clemente, I guess we can ask Jeff if the tuna are still there, but I think the big tuna are still there. Jeff, did you dive in, or did you send your deckhand in, or did you have to call a diver? I hate that when that happens. I've had to do that a couple times myself. Calgrow, what is the setup you go to rod and reel for calico bass? I fish low profile reels. Normally going to use a Lexa or Komodo, 50-pound test Spectra, 100 yards of 25-pound test mono. And if I'm fly lining, I'll put fluorocarbon. If I'm using a bucktail or fishing below the surface, and I just use straight mono, and I don't use the fluorocarbon. So that's what I use. And I like the California rods. They're inexpensive, good quality, and you can find those at Turner's. Thank you, Daniel. I did make it back safely. I am a little tired because it was travel day all today. All the stress of traveling in the airport and all that junk. But my flight today was not very full. It was less than half full, which made me feel good. The flight down, every seat was taken. The flight home, I say it's only maybe 30% full at the most, maybe less than that, but at the most 30% full. So yeah, there was a lot of open seats. The whole row next to me was empty, and the row next to me was empty, and the two seats next to me were empty. The two rows below me, just the aisle seats were taken, and all the other seats were open. See what else is here. So Jean wants to know what's your best app to check the weather. I just use NOAA. I go to the NOAA website and check their weather. All right, Tyler, that's a good idea. Why wait till springtime? Well, I was hoping to get some bonita or something like that. That's what I was thinking. Robert, when I go to Emeryville next month, I will be fishing rockfish and crabs. I want to try to do the Dungeness crab thing and try to do that. Plus, down here to buy a crab, it's $50 a crab. That's really expensive. So I've always wanted to experience one of the crab combo trips out of the Bay Area. I did it once out of Avila, but I've never done it out of Emeryville. So I'm looking forward for that. So you guys asking where can you buy the bucktails? You can buy them off my website. So let me get you the link for my website. Here's a link for all my baits, my magic metals, my bucktails, our mystery tackle bags, all that stuff. Here's a link for that here that you guys can use. And once you're there, you can search for the magic metals, the bucktails, and all that. Robert, how can you hook up? Okay, that's good. You guys are talking to one another. So Jeff's saying he doesn't want the salmon. I don't like salmon that much either. I like having some salmon, but I don't need to bring home 50 pounds of salmon. If I brought home one king salmon, that'd probably be enough for me for the year. Pedro went to Coral Sea fishing last week. Got limits of rockfish. That's cool. He got his biggest fish on a jig. Yeah, I have caught rays, caught eels before. Quite a few times caught eels. Yeah, and I never target eels. It just sometimes when we're fishing the bottom or we're fishing on twilight trips, we seem to catch a lot of eels. Okay, what other questions are here? Tyler, thanks for answering the questions. So this trip I just came back from the East Cape right now. The fishing was so good. I think next year we're gonna do the November trip again. So we will have both a first week of August trip and a November trip. So as if any reel that's lever drag is harder to cast than a star drag reel. So it doesn't matter if it's an Avid or Shimano or whatever. If it's got lever drag, it's harder to cast. So if you want to get better at casting, try a reel that isn't lever drag. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to do good on the crab. I was talking to the skipper, and he says that almost every trip last year they had limits of crab throughout the year. See any other questions? All right, guys. So we only have like 3 people in right now in Super Chat. So if you want to get in on this, I would get in there soon because I'm gonna end this a little bit early today because I'm tired. Here's a link to my website store for those of you that are still asking about seeing bucktails and magic metals and stuff. There's a link there. So, Paul, I don't know if that's what you're asking, but that's what that is. Thank you, Al. Yeah, Jeff, if you go to a local restaurant here or go to Redondo Pier or something, it's $50 a crab. A Dungeness crab, $50. Yeah, I took a date last year, 2 crabs, $100. That was just crabs, 1 crab each. That was ridiculous. Okay, what else we got here? Hey, Michael, it says wants to know if I ever trout fish. I haven't trout fished for a few years. I used to go trout fishing often, not as often as I go ocean fishing, but since I've really concentrated on my private charter business, I haven't done as much trout fishing. Haven't done any trout fishing probably. Well, we'll say I had 2 years of operation, so I probably haven't done any trout fishing in at least 4 years. So, Al, thank you for your super chat. Matthew, you need a ticket too. Matthew Sanchez. Jeffrey, thank you very much. Greg. So I hope you guys appreciated that I did the YouTube live while I was in Mexico. Caused a little bit of trouble at Palmas with that one guy that was all pissed off that I was talking when he was trying to drink his wine. But, I try to talk to you guys when I can, even if I'm out of the country. William, do I like fish tacos? Yes, I love fish tacos. I had fish tacos in San Jose del Cabo. Oh, Jeffrey caught a white sea bass. That's cool. Tyler. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to do 2 trips to Mexico next year, guys. So if you want to join me, we'll announce the dates here probably next month. So Kevin's on Tommy's. Kevin, you must belong to the Tommy's hamburger fan club. Chili cheese fries for $2.99. All right, I'll have to go get one. Hello, Azteca. Thanks for stopping by to say hello. Um, he's probably fishing for mackerel, Tyler, for his lobster bait. But I also do. I like salmon heads. Matthew, do you think you'll have any 3-day trips? If we do a multi-day trip, it's probably going to be January, February for a colonet. We normally don't go in March or April. March is usually a really wet month, and that's normally when we have the Fred Hall shows, which I don't think we will have next year. Sounds like there will be a Fred Hall show, but I don't think it's going to be in March. And I don't know, unless the Del Mar one is. We'll see how that goes. William. That's cool. He got limits of crabs on his boat at Half Moon Bay. I've only been to Half Moon Bay a couple of times, but I'd like to try it. Okay. Lloyd, you get a raffle ticket. Thank you very much for your super chat. Robert, thank you for your super chat. I appreciate it. So, oh yeah, Daniel, the guy was loud. He's probably already drunk when he was yelling at me. No, well, I don't get annoyed if someone asks me if I like fish tacos every stream. It's fine. I get lots of the same questions every Tuesday and Thursday. Everybody always wants to know what rods and reels to use and stuff like that. So it's fine. Yeah, Becky, the clutch knot should be fine for that kind. For even tuna fishing, I use the clinch knot sometimes. That should be fine. I haven't been fishing raspberry. I haven't been fishing locally for over a week because I was down in Mexico. So I don't know how it is at Isers. I can let you know on Sunday, because I'll probably be there Sunday. So when I do the report on Tuesday, so when I talk to you guys on Tuesday, I will have fished Catalina, done a lobster trip, and done a local half day trip. So so we'll see. Yeah, Paul, I'm a little tired. I've been traveling all day today. So do they have hamburgers in Baja? Yes, they have hamburgers in Baja. They have hamburgers in France. They have hamburgers in Italy. I don't know if they had hamburgers in Northern Africa. I'm pretty sure they did. Yep. Yeah, you can get hamburgers. Hey, it was a yogi. If you could make the ultimate galley burger and it had your name on it, what would you put on it? I don't know exactly everything I would put on it. The one thing I would definitely put on it would be a fried egg. fried egg on top, hamburger patty, cheese, some grilled onions, lettuce, tomatoes, maybe some sliced jalapenos. I think that would be like my ultimate burger. Kevin would probably want chili on it since he loves Tommy so much. Yeah, Jeff, I'm sure that the vaccine's going to be out, and they're talking next month that they're going to start giving the shots, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be for military and first responders until, I don't know, they're talking about general public like us not getting it till summer next year, so we'll see. Yeah, Lloyd, you should try some fish tacos. I'm going to put some fish out of the freezer today, so I'll have some fish to cook up maybe tomorrow or over the weekend. Should do that. No problem. I like helping all the newbies. That's why we're here. And I really appreciate all the help. Jeff helping you guys out, the tuna guys, and Tyler helping out all you Pier and Jetty guys. I really appreciate their help helping us all the time. Like, I can't answer everyone's questions, so it's nice that they're able to fill in and answer those and be your local experts. And that's cool. I appreciate it. Let's see what else is here real quick before I say goodbye. Good night, Becky. Who else is here? Aaron, I'm pretty sure I have had those burgers because I've had burgers on both the Stardust and the Coral Sea. So Hog Squad, some of the best halibut I've caught have been on 4 ounce B52 bucktail with the whole squid. And to be honest, I wasn't really fishing for the halibut. I was fishing for white sea bass, and I got bit on the all white or the red and white, blue and white, something with white with the white bucktail on there with the whole squid, and that's how I caught mine. So I've caught my biggest ones. So Logan's invited me to go look for the Loch Ness monster in Scotland. I'd like to go to Scotland. I've never been there. Yeah, I haven't been to Turkey. I've been to Middle East. I've been to Asia. Been all through Europe, parts of Africa, all of Central America, Alaska, Canada, all that kind of stuff. I haven't seen Aaron Martin in a long time. I hope he's doing well. No, he had surgery. I haven't heard how all that went. But if you know him, tell him I said hello. I fished a tournament when he was a kid. Him and his mom were a team in Vegas. It was one of the Vegas wand tournaments. That was fun. Yeah. So the question about the B52 bucktail instead of a dropper loop rig, I just like fishing the bucktail because you don't have a weight there. So you know exactly where your bait is. Because wherever you feel the weight in the bottom, that's your line is. So you can hit the bottom, you can bring it up a few cranks, and that's where it is. You know it's not on the bottom. So I like using a bucktail way better than using a dropper loop rig for white sea bass and halibut. All right, and I should probably post if you guys are interested in private charters. We are getting requests for private charters a lot. I'm surprised coming in December, people are calling and booking dates for December. So we have some private charters already booked up. And what else do we have here? The trip on Tomahawk, December 1st through the 3rd. I still need 5 people for that trip. Jeff says he's pretty convinced I'm going to sell it out as we get closer to the trip because the fish are still around. But I could use 5 people if any of you want to join me. It's a 2-day trip, and it's going to leave on December 1st. I think it's a Tuesday, and we get back on Thursday, fish Wednesday and Thursday, and back that day. Now, Tony, I haven't even seen the new Penn low profile reels, but if you are going to buy a low profile reel, you got the right handle. You want to use a power handle. Don't use the paddle handles, the double paddle handles. Any of the low profile reels, whatever brand you get, please get it with the power handles, and you'll be much happier with it. Hey Juan, how you doing? Okay, I think that's everything we got. All right, so there's the trip again for the Tomahawk. If you guys want to join me, and then I'll start working. Once I get all caught up and get past Thanksgiving, we get into December, I'll start working on getting you guys some dates for I'll start getting the dates together for the East Cape and stuff. Jerry, don't worry about the cough. The cough is because I was speaking all day and traveling, so time for some water. No fever, no nothing. I'm doing good. All right, let's do the drawing. Got everybody's tickets in here. April, come say goodbye. April was so happy when I picked her up today. Yeah, I think the only time I would use, I think the only time, Jeff, I would use the paddle handles would be maybe largemouth bass fishing. But anything saltwater, I'm going to be using, anything saltwater, I'll be using the power handles. Yeah, I do worry about COVID, and that is why I do not do anything indoors with lots of people. Nothing indoors. Anything I do with around a few people is always outdoors, like on a boat or a patio somewhere, but not indoors and not close to anybody. No, I've never. I think I have fished pyramid once or twice, but I don't really know that much about it. All right, let's pick a winner. Yeah, the bottom there is a super chat. And let's pick a winner from those. There we go. And the winner is Robert Nyber. Robert Nyber. You're the winner. And you'll get all that stuff. So there it is, Robert. So Robert, send me an email with your mailing address, and I will send you off that stuff. That's your prize. And if you don't have my email address, here you go. This is basically the website address for my TV show and my name in front of it. Robert, how do you get in on the drawing? All you do is do a super chat right there on the bottom where you type in your message or your question. You'll see a $ symbol, and you make any sort of super chat donation or whatever you want to call it, and you get a ticket, and you could win the prize, like Robert just did. And some of the guys in here have won the prize more than once. Henry's won more than once. A couple of other people in here have won at least twice. So let's see you do it. Yeah, I think he was the last one in. And Terry's won it at least twice. All right, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. And again, if any of you'd like to join me on the Tomahawk, I need 5 people to fill out the trip. And that's going to be December 1st through 1st through the 3rd. I'll be here Tuesday. So everybody stay safe. And I would say have a good Thanksgiving, but I will see you Tuesday first. So I'll see you before Thanksgiving. All right, guys. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm going to go take a little break. And talk to you guys later. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for your help. Thanks for the nice comment there about my dad. I appreciate it. Kevin, hopefully your dad's doing okay, good too. All right, guys. Thank you. Talk to you later. Good night, everybody.